Katarina. This is Creative Everyday Life, and this is my knitting podcast. So welcome or welcome back. And I just want to start this episode by saying thank you so much to every single of the new subscribers that has come to this channel. I have reached 1,000 subscribers and I am very grateful and thankful for that. So thank you so much for subscribing and thank you for coming by. No matter if this is the first time or you're just dropping in or you are one of my trusty old followers. I am very happy that I have reached so many subscribers and thank you so much. It is very humbling and I will try to keep on making these knitting podcasts for as long as I'm able to. So let me try to do this in the correct order. So I will start by talking of what I'm wearing, then I will talk about finished objects, and then work in progress and new purchases. So the sweater that I'm wearing is the one that is called a feather sweater. It is from the book Villa Hula. I think it is said. It is a Finnish knit designer that makes a lot of gorgeous patterns. This was actually not my favorite from the book, but it is the first one I chose to knit because it fit with the colors that I had. The main color is the self-striving yarn that was gifted to me from one of my co-workers, and I then bought the white and the white I had gotten a long time ago from one of my friends, and the brown I bought. So that is where the colors come from. If you want more details on this sweater, I've talked about it in the previous videos because this is one of the sweaters that I have made this year. Before I go on to the finished objects, I just want to say that I'm sitting out here in the sunroom. I do believe that that is what it's called. If I'm not mistaken, there was someone kindly telling me what she would call it in the comments. And yeah, I'm sitting out here and there's actually starting to be a little bit of green on the vine that I have on this side. And they're starting to become leaf on the fig tree out here. On this side I have an evergreen, what is that called? Oh, I remember now. They're called bay leaves. It's called laurbær in Danish, but it is a herb that you can use for a lot of things. And it's also good to put in a leaf into like your salt. It will keep pests away. But yeah, I am sprouting both out here. I have a little bit of sprouting in the greenhouse and I'm sprouting inside too. But I really feel the spring is coming, and I hope that wherever you are, that spring or fall, depending on where you are, is very nice. Here it is not as rainy as in the winter time because in Denmark it rains a lot in the winter and there's not a lot of snow. There is some, but not a lot, especially on the west coast where I'm living. There is mostly wind and rain, so it is cold, but you don't get the beautiful landscape. But now the spring is coming, everything is starting to become green, and I really love that. And also there is a lot of flowers outside, so that's beautiful. I am sitting here and drinking some tea. It is very warm right now, so I hope that it will cool a little bit so I can drink it. This is just some chai latte, so it's not the typical knitting podcast tea, but I really felt for something extra cozy today. So I'll just take a little sip. It's very nice. I know that in some countries it is normal to drink tea, and in other countries it is normal to drink coffee. In Denmark, I think that most people drink coffee, but I grew up with it being the women that drink tea and the men that drink coffee. So when I got older and realized that that was not the norm everywhere, I was actually kind of surprised, because in Denmark the most people do, most grown-ups do drink coffee instead of tea. But I know in England it is normal that everybody drinks tea, and I think in America it's more coffee. But yeah, sorry, that was a little rant. I will go back into the knitting talk. So I have one finished object, and since it is kind of a big one, I will show it to you right away. But because it was a big project and it is a sweater, I only got this one finished object. And it is of course this one that I've been working on for a while. I do believe that I was almost at the yoke on the last knitting podcast. So I'm really happy to see this is finished. And yeah, I love the colors. I think they are so beautiful. I love the pattern. It was a lot of fun to knit it. It is a free pattern for anyone who would like to try it. It is by Easttech, and you can find it on Ravelry for free. It is they gave it away for their 20 years anniversary, I do believe, and I don't remember the name, but I will put it down here. But I'm just checking if this is in focus. I think it is. I hope so. This is the second time I have made this video. I tried to make it a week ago, but I was very tired and forgot a lot of things, and I didn't seem very happy in the footage, so I was like, that is not what you deserve. You should have a happy Karina coming to you on this knitting podcast. And also I wouldn't be happy to put it up because there were so many things missing. But back to the sweater. So this is made 100% of Icelandic wool, the type that is called the lobi. That is my favorite yarn so far. I have made a lot of sweaters in this yarn and I really like it. And as you can tell, it makes the pattern look very crisp and nice. I will just put it a bit closer so you can tell. So if I'm scooching over, I will put up pictures here while I talk about it. So, so I was knitting this with brown and green and of course the gray to make something that was quite simple but still had the pattern to spring out. And I am really getting into brown and greens at the moment, so you will be able to tell in this video. So this is just perfect. I hope that I will be able to wear this sweater when we are traveling to Iceland, hopefully this summer, if everything goes as planned. If it does, I will of course show you footage of it when we come home. But yeah, so I am so happy that this is done, and I of course just want to make another sweater right away as soon as I finish one, especially because I think the yoke part is so satisfying to knit. I really love the color work, and I do love that it is just one color on the body and then the color work on the yoke. Not that there's not beautiful patterns where they go further down, there are, and I really love them too, but sometimes I like something that is more simple for like everyday work or a party or something. But yeah, I really like this one. I hope you can't hear that. They are practicing military stuff quite a far away, but you can hear it. I think that is what I can hear. It sounds a little bit like thunder, but like in the far distance, but I don't hope you can hear that. anyways, what else is there to say about this? Maybe not that much, but yeah, I was thinking of one thing I could say. I always like to wear my sweaters for something special if possible. So this one I wore first time for what's it called? I wore this the first time when we are going celebrating my nephew, and they got the knitted gift that I made. I think I showed that in the last video. They were very happy for it, so that was really nice. But I wore it over there, and I also wore it for the Easter service in church. So I have gotten to use it on some special occasions. Sometimes the special occasion is just that I see someone, but I just find it a little bit, it doesn't seem so special if I just wear it to work the first time that I wear it. So I try to wear it for something special. But anyways, this is my only finished object this month. And it is not because I have not knitted on other things, as you will see in a bit, but of course this is a lot of work. I have also been sick, and there have been the Easter break where there have been a lot of things going on, so I have not been knitting many finished objects, but I have this one. So yes, the finished object. And sorry, it's squinching a little bit. So I am working on a couple of projects. The sock projects that I have been working on, I have taken a break on because it was getting a bit boring, and I wanted to focus on the sweaters instead. So I will try to make more on the second sock this month, but I don't know if you feel the same way if you're knitting socks, but when I have made the one sock, I don't really want to make the second sock. Not because I, of course, want the second sock, but it is just a repeat of what I have already done. So it's like sleeve, but more annoying somehow. Yeah. I don't know why it is such a hurdle for me, but I guess some people are sock knitters and I am more of a sweater knitter, so yes. The main sweater, well, the sweater that I have been working on after I finished this one is the one for my husband. And I have talked about this before, but I will show you how long I have gotten. So I got both sleeves done. Ta-da! And I have started on the body of it. I know I did this completely in the wrong order, but I wanted to see the gauge of my knitting very fast, and I was able to do that on a sleeve and not so much on the body. So this is how far I have gotten, and I'm actually quite impressed, because when I tried to film this a week ago, it's actually under a week ago I think, but almost a week ago, I was only at the rib end, so I have actually made a lot of progress, and I am really happy about that, because I don't think it is fun to knit the same color around and around and around, but I want to go make the yoke part that I really love, and I think it will be so gorgeous with the brown color, and then changing to the white and brown on the yoke. That will be some of it is the same as this part down here, and then there will be a variation of it on the top, but you will see when I get to it. But this is my design I am working on, and as I spoke about in a previous video, this is inspired by the screws called Torx, so it is called Torx sweater. And the yarn is from Knitting for Olive. It is it's a Danish company that sells a lot of yarn, and also they made their own brand of yarn. This part, the one that I have chosen to work with, is called Heavy Merino, and it is 100% merino wool. And yes, this is the color for the main body. I hope you can tell that, but it's called slate green, or in Danish skifergrøn. So I actually like to work with this, and I was a little bit surprised how much I like to work with it, because it is a lot more smooth than the Icelandic, and I really like the rustic yarn, but this is really nice to work with as well. So I am thinking I will make more with their kind of yarn. I think that the best and the worst part of their yarn is that they have a lot of different colors, and therefore they are not able to send out a color card to where you just can see the colors. And therefore it is hard to pick the right color. So I'm working on designing another sweater for myself, and so far the calculations and the pattern, the diagrams for it is made so it will fit this kind of yarn, but I have a lot of trouble figuring out what the colors looks like in reality, and what I should choose, or if it will be a good or bad choice. I simply don't know. I really like this green a lot, and I got another green from them that I also love a lot. I don't think I like the white that is on this one as much. It's really pretty for this pattern, and it works very well with the green. Stands out very clear. But for the other pattern that I have, I don't think this has a little bit, I don't know. I want a different kind of white, and they have like 10 different kind of whites or very light colors, I think. I don't remember if it's 50 different kinds of colors they have in total or something like that, but it is a lot of colors, so it is very hard to choose from. As I said, it is both a really good thing and an annoying thing. Another thing is I actually wanted it to be a lot of different kind of green, and they don't have more than like 5 greens, I think. So I can't get a scale of green where it changes. I actually wanted 7 different kind of green, but I have not found a yarn that I would like to work with that has that. So I'm thinking I will do something different instead of that. But I will let you know. There will probably be going a month or 2 or 3, I don't know. I have other projects that I need to work on first, but this one I will be working on. And as I'm talking about this one, I want to make this available for a purchase pattern, so that I will be able to sell it to you on Ravelry. I'm thinking, let me know if that is the place that you would love to buy a pattern like this from. I am also thinking I would like to make test knits for it. And again, please let me know if you have any experience with test knitting. I do believe it's a good idea to test knit in different sizes. I think I have calculated and written it for small to XXL maybe. Let me know if that is the range that you like them in. I made this for my husband, and I think it is, I will write it out like a male pattern, but I kind of like the idea of the Icelandic, that they are unisex, and it is the colors and the person inside that determines if it's a boy or a girl sweater. But there is also something with the sizes that for men they use typically a size is bigger than for a woman. So it will be nice to write it so people will know, because a size large for my husband it's too big for me. And it's just nice to know what you are going for. I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to be confusing. I just wanted to make a pattern where people can use it for however they would like it. But if you are interested and if you know how to go about it, please leave any comments in comments in the comments down below, because I would really like to make this purchase pattern, because there goes a lot of work into making them. There is still free patterns on this channel, so you are able to make a lot of different kind of color works. I am thinking about making a different kind of video where I have a pattern where I knit it, make a knit along, but it goes into a very much of detail using either one of my previous patterns or a new pattern. I might do it as a children's sweater because it will be smaller and therefore not as time consuming. But please let me know about that too, if you would like to have a free pattern, or you would like to have a step-by-step from a purchase pattern, or yeah, let me know, because I really don't know. I of course don't have the time and energy to just pump out videos, as I explained earlier for any new ones that I have MS and I get very tired. I have at the moment a full-time job and also this homestead kind of that we are trying to grow most of our food on. We are nowhere near being self-sufficient in any kind of way, but my point is that I have a lot of jobs, or what you call it, so I will of course not be able to just make anything, but let me know what you would like, because then I will try to plan around that, because I would like to make something that you will actually enjoy, because there's a lot of work, so why not just do it so everybody will be happy, and it will be fun for me as well, because you will like it. So yeah, I think that is all I can say about the sweater right now. I am really hoping to get done with this soon. Well, the next time I make a video, I will do my very best to make it to at least start on the yoke part, because I have bought more yarns and I have decided I am not allowed to start on it until I am done with the body of this one, because I know I will definitely make the yoke because I think it's so much fun, but it might be resting for too long if I allow myself to start on the next projects beforehand. I don't know if you make that kind of rules with yourself, but it is highly motivating to me, so I'm doing that. So I'm just sitting and thinking if I should make the purchase first or the update on my temperature blanket. That is a difficult one. We will take the temperature blanket because we will end on a high note then. Not that the temperature blanket is not a high note, but yeah. So if you have not followed this podcast for this year, you will not know that I have started on a temperature blanket. It will be a gift to someone, and I am I'm making it where I knit it with 100% wool. And if you don't know temperature blankets, it's a blanket where you knit or crochet a row every day in the color of the high or low or medium temperature of the day. I have chosen the high temperature because a lot of people was recommending that, and I think it will be the most exciting in Denmark, but you can do it in a lot of different kind of ways. So this month I made here, from here and up to here. So this part is March. So if I go down from below, this is January, and then we have February here, and then this is March. And if you're thinking, how do I remember that? I do have a light gray row that separates the different months, and it is the same color that I have in the bottom and will be in the top. So this is how it is looking so far. I don't know if you can see. It will of course look a lot better when it is done and have been washed and stuff like that. I might even block this one. I normally don't do that, but I might do since it's a gift. And it is curling a bit up down here. It is quite annoying because I actually added these 6 rows of back and forth normal stitches to prevent this. But I should maybe have done it a bit longer. I don't know. I have in the side, it is laying quite flat out here. There it is very... I will backtrack because if you're new to this, you will not know. So I'm knitting from the one side to the other every time. Then I leave a tail, and when I go to the other side, I will cut the tail off as well. And I'm making these tassels on the sides afterwards, so 4 rows at a time. This means that I will only be purling every other row, 5 stitches on each side. And if you know me, that is simply because I hate purling. I really don't like it. Okay, hate might be a strong word, but I really try to avoid it at almost any cost. So yeah. If we can talk a little bit about the temperatures, I will just say that this month there is finally a day that is so warm that I got a light brown. I don't know if you can tell it, but I have one day with the light brown here. But other than that, it is still in the greens and blues, yes. Where green is the darkest, well, black is the darkest, and then dark green, light green, dark blue, and light blue. Let me just show you the color charge. So this is how they are divided. You can divide these in any kind of way that makes sense in your area. If you are making one, you might have a lot higher temperatures, so everything about 30 degrees will just be like a complete blanket of like red in this case, because you have it very warm, maybe, if you're going with the highest temperature every day. I don't know. Or maybe you have so many days that is below -3 that it makes no sense that to say -3 and lower, so you just have a black blanket. If you live in Siberia or something, I don't know where you live, but if you want to make one of these, look at how the temperature is in your area, and then choose how many colors you would like to have. I could make this with like 2 colors or 3 colors or whatever I wanted. I think 5 is the somewhere between 5 and 10 is pretty normal. I chose these 10, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I chose 10 and then 1 for the dividers. I did make a scarf, a temperature scarf, and found that I really missed the dividers. So it is fine, but why not learn from my mistake? And I also really like that I have the colors out here. I also have a spreadsheet on my computer where the colors and the temperatures and everything is in, but I like to have it physical also, because I can make it on the computer and then color it in here as I knit it. So I don't put any colors in this unless I have knitted it onto the blanket. But yeah, so 3 out of 10 months, 3 out of 12 months is done. So a quarter done. And you can tell this will be a nice long blanket, since this will be 3 more on top. And the width the other way goes like this. So I hope that the person that I will give it to will be happy and get a lot of use from it. But that is all I have to say about this update right now. So we have gotten to the place of the video where I will talk about new purchases, new things I have bought, and in this case I have bought some new yarn. Well, I have bought my favorite kind of yarn so far, you guessed it maybe, Let Loopy. And I have bought 9 of this color. Let me just see if I can get them up. If not for anything else, then for the visual effect of this. Ta-da! And then I got the black colors here. And then these 2. So this is the yarn that I have bought for a new sweater for myself. You might not be able to pick it up on the camera as well, but this color is actually kind of a brown green, but it looks very army green. Let me just put them down. Ah. No. So the main color will be this army green, and it is color number 1416. Then the second most used color is this black one that is called 0059. And then there is this one that is called 1420, which is this, I actually don't know what I will call this kind of brown, but it is quite a soft kind of brown. I think it will lay very close to this one, like they are almost in family with each other. But yeah, and then there's a white, and it is called 0051. So the reason I'm saying the numbers of these colors is actually because that is what they have been sold as. But I do think that they have gotten names now, but I don't think it says it on the label. No. But this is 100% Icelandic wool, and I really love this kind of wool. It is very warm, it is very nice to use for color work, it is light so it is not heavy, and it has all of the fantastic properties of wool. And also it comes from a Nordic country that is not that far away from Denmark, and I do believe that they are making it quite ethically so far. There have been talk about, with I think it is cashmere, that the high demand has made it a problem for the goats in, I think it's Pakistan or something. But so far I do believe that the Icelandic sheep has it very good, and Iceland is of course known for being known for their Icelandic sweaters, for their wool, and for their beautiful nature. So I don't think that they will make it a complete crabby project. I hope not. I really love this project, so yeah, we hope they will never do that. But I'm going to make a classic Icelandic sweater pattern from Eastic. Remember that it is always unisex patterns they make. So this is the pattern. It's called, I always call it Ravelry, but I don't think that is what it's called. Radirik. I have no idea how they will actually say it, but I have heard it said by someone from Iceland before, so I don't think I'm completely off. Ridari, maybe? I don't know. But this is the pattern. I know there's a dude on it, but trust me, it looks fine on a woman. I have actually the first pattern that I ever made that was made from Icelandic wool, and I think it is the first successful sweater pattern that I ever made, was this also the same pattern, Ridari. We're going with Ridari right now. If it is not Ridari, let me know in the comments. Do I say it right when I say Ridari, or is it the second one, Ravelry, that is closest? Or am I completely off? If you're from Iceland or know anything about how to pronounce it, please let me know. I will try my best. But this one I made several years ago, and I really love this sweater. The only thing that I made that was a very big mistake is that the yoke part, I knitted the wrong size. So of course I started with the right stitches, and I think I ended with the right stitches. I just had too many rows. So when I'm wearing this, I will have to pull it down a lot because it crumbles up like this. And it is a little bit annoying, but I think it is such a beautiful sweater, and I do wear it a lot. I think it is 5 years ago that I made this. So I'm still wearing it, and yeah, it is a beautiful pattern. But let me just, I don't even know what I can say or not say about this one. I really hope I have enough colors, because I was using, the website I bought it from said this is how many skeins you will use. I bought an extra black and an extra of this moss green, almond green thing, but I hope I have enough. It does say there is enough, so we hope that that is fine. I'm actually surprised. I think I ordered another brown, but it is not this one. Maybe I forgot it. Don't know. But anyways, here's the pattern. I used a book last time, but it's not my book. I borrowed it, so now I have bought the pattern because I have seen so many different kinds of version of this, and I really like the pattern, and I thought it was so much fun to knit the first time. So chances are that I might knit it a couple of more times with completely different colors. Yeah. I will try to remember to drink my tea before it gets cold. So to figure out the colors that I am going to use, I was actually asking a lot of family and friends to give their best shot. I picked out the 6 sweaters that I wanted to knit the most and made a photo. I will put it up here, and asked them to vote for it. And all but one got votes. 2 of them, the number, I will see if I might, but the numbers 5 and 6 was the ones that got the most votes, and then I made the final decision. The number 5 is of course black and white and gray, and that looks beautiful, don't get me wrong at all, but I wanted something with colors of some sort when I thought about it, so I chose the number 6, and it is still a little bit neutral, but it is still very beautiful. And then I tried to color match it, and that was very difficult. So I ended up choosing these colors, and I have no idea if it is actually the colors on the pictures or if I'm completely off. But because I'm so sick and tired of not knowing what the colors are, I bought some color charges. So let me just show. I have not even looked at these before, but I have the Let Lobe. There are all of these beautiful colors of Let Lobe. I really like them. Oh, this is so good. I'm really happy about that. And then I also got for the Alafors Lobe, that is the thicker yarn, but also from Easttech, also Icelandic wool. And I really like to knit with both of these yarns, but now I can tell what they are, what the numbers is and stuff like that. This is so nice. Because I think it is hard when you're looking at a computer screen and you're like, how dark is this one and how light is this one? I thought this one might have been too light. Now looking at it, I think this one had maybe been closer to the one on the picture, but I have no idea. I also thought this one was too light, but it was so hard to tell. And I didn't know if this was a green or a yellow, or I see now that this is kind of a greenish yellow. So it makes sense that I couldn't tell. But I really wanted to have some of these for many reasons. One of them is I will definitely keep on using this as long as they make it as in such a good quality and it's affordable, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about them. And if I continue to make knitting patterns, I want to be a little bit more professional and not just guessing, but actually knowing what the colors are. So this is such a gift for myself. But yeah, even just like this one, is it, when you see it on the camera, can you tell if this is a very dark green or what it is? Because I can tell looking at it, it is almost black, but it's more like these green and purple and yellow flakes on it, and I would never have been able to tell that on the screen, right? They do have a lot of them where there are different kinds of colors in it, and I don't think you can tell on the screen And I know you can just go to a store and then buy it there, but they don't sell it very close to me, so it is taking a whole day to do that. And I will be doing that sometimes during the summer. I'm not sure exactly when, but I'm going to a store with my best friend and going to buy some yarn. It was her birthday gift. It has been a while and we have not been able to do it yet, but I wanted to buy her yarn for an Icelandic sweater, and I don't think I could have given her anything better. She was very happy about that, and yeah, so that was a long rant, but I'm really happy to have these. I wish they had something like that for the knitting for Olive. I get that this might not seem very durable because they will have to wind every single one of these up, and it might be, maybe it's just too much of a hassle to do. I don't know, but I wish that they had that, because if you could buy that, if you had, even if it was more expensive, these cost 30 kroner, so that is, doing math in dollars, what is that? $6, something like that. It's not very expensive. I think it's pretty cheap for knowing every single color. But even if this was, because there's a lot more colors, if it was like the double or something, it would be nice. But yeah, it's their store, they can do whatever they want. But this is really one of the things that I love about the Icelandic wool. You are able to get color cards, and there are so many different kinds of colors. And this is only 2 of the yarn brands. They also has Platelobi, that is unspun yarn, and then they have Einband, that is a very thin yarn, and yeah, I think that is all of the ones they have for Icelandic wool, but they have also made an acrylic wool and a merino wool that is not made from Iceland, either one of them, but you can look into that on their website. They actually have a lot of things to offer, I think. So I will highly recommend them so far. I hope they will not prove me wrong. It is Ecotech, which is high quality that you put on labels in Europe anyways. This brand part, not brand, what is it called? Like a label. It's not organic, but it's almost there. I think it's because they are free range, as far as I know. The sheep, I mean, but don't know. But yeah, I can't wait to knit with these. I actually thought I had another color that I ordered, and it is confusing me. I just got it today, so you are seeing this almost real time. I couldn't wait to pick it, to unpack it, but maybe I should do that the next time. What do you think? Yeah, I really like these colors, and I think that this will be a very beautiful pattern. I just hope that I have enough yarn, but otherwise I will have to order more. There is no way around it. Yeah. Do I have much more to say? I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope you have a wonderful springtime or fall time if you are from Australia or New Zealand or something. And thank you so much for everyone who gives comments and likes and stuff like that. I don't think I express it very well. I am from the part of Denmark that is called Jylland, and we we don't like to show big feelings, so this is the biggest that I can show my emotions without being fake. At least it will feel extremely fake if I would do it more like they do in Copenhagen, we would say over here. But yeah, if you're from Denmark, you know, I know that there's a lot of great people in Copenhagen, so I'm not dissing on you, but but if you're not from Denmark, we kind of have friendly banters with each other that might not sound very friendly from people from outside. But the part of Denmark you're from is of course the most important part of Denmark. That makes sense, right? And also you should be humble, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I really don't know what I'm usually saying. I have recommended knitting podcast, but right now I have forgotten to write anything down. I do think I was watching one that was called In Her Skeins. That was very inspiring. And I'm just trying to think, because I have recommended some of them already that I'm watching, but there are others of them that I simply don't remember what they are called. So there's a Norwegian lady that is a doctor, and she is very talented at her knitting, and I think she made some of her own patterns as well. I really like her videos too. And I also think there was one from Florida, maybe, or California, anyways, maybe, but I don't remember what people are called. I should probably start to take notes what I am watching, and the next month I will be able to do like call outs to different channels if you like that kind of things. But yeah, I'm sure you are able to find your own knitting podcast out there, but it's always nice to like maybe share good ideas, I think. But yeah, that is all that I have right now. So I wish you and your family a very happy day and a happy month if I don't see you before next month. I'm sorry this is out a little bit late, but as I told you, it's a little bit difficult to get them out. I of course will give you an update on the temperature blanket. It was really hard to make it this month because I couldn't be bothered, so I made it over like a few days, the whole month instead of continually. But I hope that the warmer weather will inspire me, because there will be new colors that I can be knitting. I was getting a little bit bored by the blue colors, but I will let you know anyways in the next video. And yeah, and the reason it is a little bit later than just the first of the every month is because that I want the temperature blanket to be in the video with an entire month, and I of course can't make it ahead of time because I don't know how warm it will actually be. So yeah, but as I said, please leave a comment if you know anything about releasing patterns, or you have any ideas on how you would like it. If you would like to be a test knitter, that would also be very nice. I'm thinking to use Google Docs because I think you can make it so that people can see it and leave notes but not delete anything in it. So I think that would be the easiest way to do it, because then everybody can say, hey, this is not working and I don't understand this, or something like that. But I'm actually not sure about how to do that. That was a bird. I will probably wait a month or so that I will be able to finish the sweater and then start calling for test knitters. But yeah, if you have any experience or opinions, please leave them down below, and let me know if the sizes from small to XXL is something that makes sense, and if it is not, I would like to also have test knitters on bigger or smaller sizes, but if no one is buying it or using it, it is a lot of work to make them, and I don't know that many people that is bigger sizes. I know some that are smaller sizes because they are children and stuff like that, but adults will typically be maybe extra small and then to double X, but I am not sure if I'm completely off here. Let me know anyways. It is not that much of a trouble to make exercises, but I don't want to use a lot of time and energy for something people will not use anyways. And let me know if you prefer to be a men's sweater only, or if I should make it a unisex sweater so that anyone can use it. Of course anyone can use it anyways, but you know what I mean. So let me know. Yeah, that's all I got. So I hope that you and your family have a blessed day. Thank you for stopping by. Have a very nice day and God bless you. Hi.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can